this lesson, you will learn what the screen format is, learn the advantages and disadvantages of this format, and learn some best and bad practices of video recording for this format. A screencast is a video made by recording the activity on the computer screen. This is done with a screen recording software, which can also record the audio. For example, you can record your voice. One of the most obvious uses of the screencast format is teaching how to use software, in this case, Microsoft Excel. The typical teacher uses this format to record a lesson based on their PowerPoint slides. In other words, the teacher themselves does not want to be recorded, only the content for the student. This way, a teacher can choose one of the two formats presented here. We will call them the PowerPoint slide presentations and the digital tablet drawings. The PowerPoint slide presentation style is straightforward. Use a graphical presentation software, such as PowerPoint, in a full window to show the content. The audio of this video is your voice, guiding the students in the presentation of that content. Interesting videos can be made with this approach, since software such as PowerPoint can include animations. This can be very useful pedagogically, especially when teaching the different steps in a process. You can also use the movement of the mouse as a kind of animation. You can use this pedagogically by using the mouse to point at whatever you want your student to focus on. For a more live animated screencast, you can write directly the content on the screen by using a tablet. This kind of screencast was a format popularized by Khan Academy. Remember that these two formats we just gave you can easily coexist. Here is an interesting example. And of course, you don't have to go all technological. In this video, you see a low-budget, low-tech screencast. Although technically it's not a screencast, since you are not recording any screen, we can see the same principles. So let's see a set of best practices. 1. While a slide is being presented and you are talking about its content, don't move the mouse randomly. The student will follow the movement of the mouse in what is called the cat effect. If you move the mouse, the student follows its path, thinking that you will be pointing to relevant content. In other words, you only move the mouse to point to a relevant aspect that you are addressing. 2. Before the recording, shut down all apps such as Skype, Outlook, or anything that can pop up on your screen. Here again, we would see the cat effect. The student looks at the sudden animation and will lose focus. This is not always easy to achieve, so expect some problems. Don't record what is not necessary. In the example on the left, almost a fourth of the screen is filled with irrelevant content, such as the OneNote application interface and the Windows desktop bar. Record only what is relevant, as in the same example on the right. Don't put your students in a cognitive overload mode, trying to decide what is relevant and irrelevant. 4. Since you don't have to record all the screen, as we have seen the previous best practice, you can use a part of the screen to hold the script, the things that you want to say. We will cover scripts later, but you can already guess their usefulness. By reading well-prepared script, stuttering and other common problems can be avoided. And finally, be careful with your handwriting. Let's summarize what we hope you've understood from this video. By now, you should know what the screen format is, know the advantages and disadvantages of this format, and know some best and bad practices of video recording for this format.